This is me, killing the dragon on my best ever speedrun, finishing with a time of 19 minutes and 59 seconds. And as you can tell, I was a little bit excited.
What the hell? Huh?
I think it's reasonable, however, because sub 20 is actually a really good time. It means that not even a full Minecraft day has gone by since you first loaded into this random world. In that time, you managed to enter the nether, trade with piglins for a bunch of ender pearls, find a fortress and kill a bunch of blazers for rods, find the location of your stronghold, go to the stronghold, and finally kill the dragon. Which is absurd if you think about it. I could throw a lasagna in the oven, beat Minecraft, and then come back to a perfectly cooked lasagna. There's just one problem. Today, I'm having salmon, and it takes about 15 minutes to cook. So I need to learn to beat Minecraft faster than my oven beats the bacteria and my salmon becomes food. I have no idea if that intro made any sense at all, but I'm gonna roll with it. The main thing that makes Minecraft speedrunning so time-consuming is that every run is very dependent on luck. In order to get a good time, you need to reset countless worlds in order to find a seed with good enough luck to let you beat the game quickly enough. In some cases, this means resetting for hours before you're even able to enter the nether as quickly as you want to. But what if we could do this part faster? Let's just say there's a little tool that we can use. Alright, this is my first time testing the wall. We press this button. We should just load into a world normally. And it's a mushroom island? Yeah, makes sense. Okay, everything is normal right now. But if I press my reset button... Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Now how does this work? Yeah, okay, I was a little bit confused at first, but the important thing is now I can run 9 seeds at the same time, and thus make my speedrunning 9 times more efficient. There is still one problem, however. Even if I get the God Seed, I'm not good enough to get a good run from it. So we have to learn some strats. If you watch literally any top speedrun today, they all start the exact same way. Spawning in on a beach, and somehow digging up buried treasure without a map. This lets you get a bunch of resources right off spawn and saves a lot of time. But how the hell does it work? It looks like magic. And that's because it is. Sorta. By opening the pie chart to a specific directory and spinning around in a circle, we're able to look at this slice of the chart and see when it spikes. When it does, it means that we're currently looking at a chunk with a chest in it. This can be a mine shaft or a monster spawner, but because we're on a beach, it will most likely be a buried treasure. Then, we find the exact chunk, dig down on the 9x9 chunk coordinate, and voila! A buried treasure chest for you to grab. Now, we just need to enter the nether, which is also made easier by spawning on a beach. From here, we can find a magma ravine and use some bucket magic to enter the nether. All of this combined has to save like 2 minutes over my PB's rather slow enter, so this, along with some overall cleaner gameplay, should be enough. Right? Well, there's only one way to find out. Here's a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel. This video has taken a lot of time to make, and I'm really close to 300 subscribers, so if you enjoy, then please consider subscribing. That's all, back to the video. Now, sub 15 is an insane goal, and it's going to take me many attempts. But what you're watching right now is my first finished run during the derusting period. And this run was going quite well, apart from the fact that I didn't get enough pearls or obsidian. I still played it out, and when I blinded, it turned out I was really close to the stronghold. But as I suspected, I didn't have enough pearls to enter, and the run was dead. Curious, I gave myself an extra eye to enter the end, and as it turned out, had I got the pearls I needed, I would have PB'd. I won again, with the next run looking even more promising than the last. As I entered the nether, I spawned right on a fortress with a bastion really close by. This meant that I could get home with the same portal I used to get in, and I only needed 10 obsidian. But once again, as I traded with the pigs, I got a grand total of 10 eyes, and when measuring, 2 broke. Meaning that my only hope was the 3% chance of the portal spawning with 4 eyes already in. Unsurprisingly, that wasn't the case. I, once again, cheated in the extra eyes, and once again, there it is. Oh, it would have been sub 19 even. That's such a joke, dude. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, okay. I wasn't really getting any good runs. And despite hours of attempts, I had yet to finish a single run. Something always went wrong. Either I didn't have good enough trades, I didn't have good enough food, or I made a silly mistake that caused me to die. This was clearly a skill issue. So I decided to make my runs almost 100% skill. You see, over on Twitch, there are many runners who attempt to get world record for hours every day, and they're able to get multiple sub-10s per day. These people are clearly a lot more skilled than I am. But since they play so damn much, they also get the luckiest runs. I wanted to see what would be different if I ran one of their seeds. Could I get the sub 15 if I got these insane seeds? I chose the seed from runner Skycrab without watching it. When he rolled this seed, he got a time of 8 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's compare our two runs, shall we? There were a lot of things different, so let's speed through them. He crafts a diamond pickaxe while I make a diamond axe, which is useless. He routes the bastion better, gets to the fortress faster. I forget to do a blaze bed and build the most scuffed portal of my life. He gets lucky with his portal build. He digs down before building his second portal, letting him spawn in the stronghold while I need to dig down and look for it. He does a zero cycle, which I refuse to learn. In the end, I finished with a time of 16:42, which is 8 minutes slower. And apart from these things, a lot of it was just simply cleaner gameplay. So I simply decided to practice by doing more runs. Here's one of the first runs I got. I loaded in and I got the buried treasure. The nether enter was embarrassingly slow, but at the very least, functional. I found a bastion pretty close by, and after looting it I only had 14 obsidian. But it was just practice, so I went on, entering the fortress at a little over 9 minutes. I got the best blaze rates of my life, and blinded at 11:47. I located the stronghold 1200 blocks away, and I just had to run through the overworld, but I was slowly realizing that I had PB potential. I dug down, found the portal room, and just went as quickly as possible. Yes. That's a PB. And without a second portal, that's wild, that's crazy. That's progress. This was a PB, and I was really happy to see the improvement, but something still felt off. It was a victory, but it was a hollow one. I wanted a sub 15, it was all I could think about. Speedrunning consumed all my free time, resetting countless worlds, staying up late, doing everything in my power to get the time. I could always feel it lurking right around the corner. Be it this seed, or the next one, or the one after that, it was always right there. The next few days became a haze of hours of runs. So much so that when I found myself on the best pace I've ever been on, with a sub 15 well within reach, only to lose it to a stroke of bad luck. You're kidding! No! I quit. I did. I am embarrassed to admit it, but this was such a blow to my motivation that I didn't speedrun at all for over a month. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I had poured so many hours into a personal quest that when I fell so close to the finish line, I just couldn't bring myself to get back up. But then, a month later, I made a realization. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, Minecraft speedrunning is very dependent on luck, almost regardless of what category you play, but RSG in particular. I realized that I cannot force the game to be perfect. The entire reason speedrunning takes so much time is because there are so many things out of your control, and I couldn't force the game to be perfect. What I can affect, however, is how I play when the stars finally align. I need to get better at playing good seeds, so that when the perfect seed finally comes, I'll be ready. So I decided to do something that I hadn't done in a very long time. Hello, gamers! That's right, I streamed. Last time I streamed was about 4 to 5 months prior, but for some reason, I just felt in the mood. In order to get good, I was playing MCSR Ranked. This mod does a bunch of neat stuff, like making it possible to race against other speedrunners on the same seed in real time, but the main reason I was playing is because the seeds are guaranteed to be good. My thought process was that if I could get a sub 15 on here, I could also get it in a real run. Now the mod did take some getting used to, but after only a few days, I had managed to get my sub 15. I started a match where the seed was just good enough to allow me to crank hard enough to get a time under 15 minutes. This is obviously not a legal run because of the filtered seeds, but this was evidence that I could theoretically get the time I was hoping for. So, I went straight back into normal speedruns, this time with a different mindset than before. Before my break, I'd wake up, speedrun for a while, fail, and then be a little upset for an hour or so, angry that I'd wasted my time like that. I think I felt a need to prove to myself that I could succeed, and that made it a bigger thing than it had to be. Now, I'd already proven myself. So instead, I just had to keep rolling the dice until I finally made it. I was also hanging out with friends in a call at the time, so it made the entire experience a lot more relaxed.
I won my $82. I took a picture of it.
Wait, can you guys hear Tim?
Oh, fuck you.
No.
Shut up.
This relaxed mindset must have been a key component, because quickly, I got into one hell of a run. Well, I say that, but it didn't look like anything special at first. I messed up my magma portal, I had no food, the bastion was treasure. But despite all these things, I played just well enough to get myself a PB. Fat PB, boys!
Oh my god.
Fat PB! Please.
Get sub 16, hold up.
No, I think it'll be 16 flat. Yeah. Let's go!
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, that feels so good. That's me going from a 1920 something to a 16 minute.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's great. It's not sub 15, so Matthew 1 month ago would have called it a failure. Current Matthew, however, calls it a few mistakes from sub 15. The very next run I finished was even faster than the last, entering the end before the previous run even entered the stronghold, and a minute and a half before its end enter. The dragon took too long to perch though, so this one ended with a time of 16:24. I was right on the cusp. I could feel it. I'd improved so much over the last few days, going from finishing 2 runs a month to 2 runs on one good day. My mechanics were improving massively, and I just needed it all to culminate in one single run. Gonna have to be like right now. Maybe. I did it! I wasn't expecting that, I did it! I got sub 15! Holy shit!